All right, so my last recording was a little bit uneventful in that I had just gotten Belfast to work. This time, I am going to try and optimize it and make it more efficient. Also, um, last time there was a bit of a problem I ran into, which was that my score did not show up on the leaderboard. And this turns out that it was due to a bug that I had just introduced in the server. Because I had mentioned that I added, I thought we'd bring it up, I had added translations to different languages. And the problem was that I had not tested it in the server setting on Linux, and it was crashing on startup whenever I was trying to run the game for verification. So yeah, a little bit of debugging, and I solved that issue, and now the scores are verified and show up like they should. Awesome. So let's try and improve that score. I guess I can bring up the scores again. Um, so as it stands right now, I need to uh, basically make my solution twice as good as it is in order to be in first place. And we'll see if I can do better than that. But I think that it should be reasonably easy to do that because I think that we're limited by just the wheat production. And right now, I think I only have one train even going to this wheat field. So if I double the number of trains, that might get us there, to be honest. So let's just go ahead and do that. We're going to need to wind up doubling the number of tracks in probably multiple locations. We're going to get some more traffic going through here. So we need to set our signals. Let's see here. So let's do this in a generic way. We need our change signals entering into the stations. We need our free signals exiting them. Doop. And we need our block signal, double-sided block signal in a station. Okay, it's filling. That's good. And let's try 2 trains, see how that goes. And are we accumulating wheat? Or are we getting it all? We're mostly getting it. Okay. So that's better. How are we doing here? And we are actually... Wait, what's going on here? We're not picking up all the beer? Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So if we have 4 different wheat fields supplying this, and we just have the train pick it up, we can... We're going to need a lot of beer trains. Okay, cool. Well, let's just run this completion and see how much better our score is. Well, it's taking its time. All right, almost there. I don't know why I have that. So it's ta-da. Okay, and well, it's not as much better as I would have expected, but maybe that's because I'm not picking up the beer fast enough. Um, okay, that's a little bit better. That's fine. Let's double track this beer train, huh? And as usual, so a little bit of a route setup at this point. There. We should put our chain signal in, I guess, and here, we'll need at least 3 bear trains. We'll need more. How many we'll wind up with, I don't know. I think the single platform is not going to be enough either. We're going to need as many as we can fit. That's how it should be, right? Okay. No beer waiting. We're picking it all up. Good. Yeah, look at that. Yes, it does seem that we were bottlenecked on that. We're not quite in first place yet, though. We have to do a little bit more work. A little bit more. And I should have checked. Are we picking up? No, there's still more wheat to be picked up here. Oh, let's do another wheat train. How are we doing now? And so this train is waiting for a while. Wheat is accumulating. It's a bit better. Oh, we have just eked our way into first place. So this might have been the solution that our previous first place guy had. Yeah, plus or minus. Yeah, approximately the solution. But I'm thinking we need some more tracks. Sorry, more platforms. That's what I meant to say. I think we're going to wind up with a lot of platforms by the end of this. Okay. Do like that, and we'll definitely need something over here. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Not the bridge going this way. And there. Let's adjust the position of this guy a little bit. Sure. Looks good enough. Right, so let's... Ooh, track's too close. Okay. Well, that is a little bit funny looking. Right, that's better. Okay, what we want to see is this not accumulating anymore. Like this. Train's not waiting. Beautiful. Okay, and how are you doing? Okay, pull the grip. Okay. Great. Doing great. Doing great. Oh, well. We need another bear train. Worse. Worse. Okay. Maybe because we need more bear trains. How's it doing now? No bear accumulating. Oh, no, it is. What's going on? Is this backing up? Ooh. Why? We don't have enough wood. We need more wood. Okay. And is there anything we can do to... Oh, I wonder if wood is going to be our limiting factor. Maybe we're not even... because there's no way we can boost this at the moment. Ooh, if so, that might be a bit of an oversight. Okay, well, let's cross that bridge when I get to it. Because I feel like we might need to put like a coal mine or something to make this boostable in the level, to make it a bit more interesting. Because otherwise, it's like too easy to optimize. Or maybe this should just be levels that are easy to optimize. Maybe everything shouldn't be like It's super sweaty. I think I might not even need to use all the wheat fills. Right, well, whatever. That's a lot of speculation. Let's actually just do the thing. Normal way of double tracking. So, and let's see here, there, and there. Okay. Does it matter? Probably not. Okay. Double tracking it, but not double training it. Obviously, I need to speed this up to see the fruits of my labor. Ooh! Not turning around. Not long enough. Oh, yeah, that's not long enough, but can't disagree. It's got its butt sticking up. Okay, how are we doing now? Okay, we have an excess of wood. Good. And we're picking up all the liquor just fine. Okay, great. Let's see how it goes. Okay, a bit better. Awesome. And yeah. Okay. We're just delivering as much as we can from that wheat field. Now, because I'm thinking that I might in fact not need, I'm just going to move this out of the way, because I'm thinking to put the tracks over here so they can unload more quickly into the brewery. Because originally I was thinking I have this guy go over here, like the things on this side go to the tracks on that side, and then have another set of tracks over here. Those guys, but might not even be necessary. So let's go for the most efficient way to unload first. Something like this. I'd like to go side 5. Yes. And I know that I need 2 sets of tracks. Who am I kidding? Okay. Okay, and that. So let's make our depot. 5 wheat cars, and only at least 3. Can tell that much. Okay, this will need 3, so this will need 3, and as long as it says it might need 4. I think that this only barely needed 3, so these ought to be sufficient. Counting is hard. Signaling is hard. You chain signal to get you to wait. Oops. Yeah, it was the correct one. Good. So let's run a little bit. And how are we doing here? Are we not picking up very fast enough? Okay. Can't say. We need to go a bit further to the simulation. Oh, we are not getting enough there. Okay. So we need another train, maybe another train track. This guy is rotating right in time. Yeah. I'll probably not a platform if we had another train. Yeah. So how we do. Better. Better by another 400,000. Right. As I said, I think we need another train. And yeah, somebody's waiting here, so I need another. Let's see. We need another train track. Whatever. It should be a little bit better. Let's ruffle. Yeah, better buy another 27,000. Alright, so platform ought to be easy. Let's scoot you over. Do I need that many? No. Let's connect you up. Enough there, but we'll need a platform over here as well. Because I mean, it's just symmetry, right? Forget a bridge. What's up my orientation again? Keep on doing that. I should probably make a hotkey to fix the view. Stop clicking over here every time. Anyhow, yeah. I only. Yeah, it's probably fine to have the trains just up there. Wait to get to that, letting it go a bit further before I check here. Okay, so we're picking everything up. I was waiting. Looks balanced. How are we doing over here? Got plenty of wood. What are we doing here? All right, pick up all our weight. Well, looks like we need another train here. Oh, I should just let it run to completion. This should be better. Barely better. Okay. So what happens if we add another train here? Worse. Maybe just because we're waiting. Okay, so sometimes this thing goes worse. Doesn't really mean it's worse. I mean, it's worse temporarily, but I just didn't put the infrastructure needed. Maybe my train's not to be waiting. They're not doing anything productive waiting. As much as they may be deluding themselves to think that they're being productive, they're not. I know they're slacking. Plenty. Bridge. It's looking good. Nobody waiting. Should also check how are the stats. These things. Yeah, they're looking good. Better by 12,000. See? Just need to beef up the infrastructure to compensate. Alright. Yeah, so I'm picking up everything here. About here. Still doing well. So, what that tells me is I actually do need to look up some of these weak fields. Well, you know, actually, I think in this case this is probably more efficient. I'm gonna need a double track. So let's just get it over with. Strip that band-aid right off. And now we get into the thing I was wondering about before. It's a little funny things to put together, but this is fine. Okay. It's just aesthetics. Okay, it's aesthetics. Aesthetics are important. There's some guy, I forget who it was. There's I think a Chilean guy who was playing um, what was it? City Skylines. He liked building these beautiful little cities. He spent so much time putting the detail into every little bit, sprucing it up. It's about the design of it rather than the efficiency or anything like that. He just wanted it to look nice. And he was of the opinion that the most important thing in the world was aesthetics. I mean, maybe beyond, once you have your basic needs of food and shelter. Well, I'm not sure he said that, but maybe it was just being hyperbolic, but there's something to be said for that, right? That just having a nice, cozy feel that makes you happy. What more do you really need? Okay, so, as you think about, like, why do people love nature? Well, it's mainly because they like how forests look and how animals look and stuff like that. It's aesthetics, right? That's what drives so much of human ambition, human, just everything. Um, right, I'm just getting distracted. What am I getting this on meet for? Oh, it's too long. And, okay, now we have to get into the processing mode because things are clearly not going to be correct. So you to go there, you need to go there. You need to go there, and you need to go there. Awesome. So I'm expecting this is going to be maybe crowded and have a bit of a traffic jam. No, it's maybe not as bad as I feared. Let's run a little bit more. Oh, enough fuel. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. We do have a lot of trains all being supplied by this one little wood train. So, two options. One is, well, actually, let's look at this a little bit. Yeah, it's not getting full up. Okay, so it's not an issue. I was just want to check this to make sure that it wasn't that we're delivering enough wood, but that we just need more storage space at our sort of like our gas station. We actually just aren't delivering enough wood. So the only way to solve that is to make our train a little bit larger. Well, it's not the only way, but I think it will be the easiest, cheapest way. So let's check this out now. What we would like to see is just to stay mostly on the full side, which is not. That should solve our problem. Okay. It's fluctuating, but it's never running out. Okay. Okay, I also want to see how are these guys doing. Okay, we need more trains to go over there, maybe. But they're waiting, so maybe it's just backup. How are you doing? We also have a lot of wheat. Okay, so it might be the waiting. I might need a platform over here. And you also. Wait, maybe our issue is something else. Okay, we may have run to another limit. So we have so much wheat here. But I think what we're running into now is just that there's a limited rate at which things get converted, right? Like our factory is running at full tilt. It has all of the supplies it could need. It just can't go through them fast enough. So supplying more wheat won't do anything. Yeah, okay. So your trains will actually be just as efficient. Um, what tracks? Yeah, so it only made it a little bit faster. Is this? Yes, it's doing fine. Well, I have to say that's a little bit disappointing. These, yeah. Do we have no way of just boosting production, make it go through things faster? Now, that is something that would be interesting to consider. Is, I have resources you can put in to make it more efficient at converting your base resource into the product, right? So if you were to supply some pottery, you wouldn't need as much wheat. But I could see there being a case where you'd want to supply something that maybe even makes it less efficient, but just faster. And when you have so much of your input resource, maybe you would be willing to do that. Like, I would be willing to spend 3 weeks to get a beer, perhaps, because I have just so much wheat. If I could produce the beer faster, right? Like if there's a bit, it's 6 wheat makes 2 beer. So something to consider. I don't think I really need to do it. Like I said, this is not too far into the game. I don't necessarily want something overly complex. Let's have a side little place. Okay, but let's not give up yet. We might be able to make this more efficient. So one thing. We don't need this much track. I've double tracked the whole thing, but do I really need to? No, obviously not. So I'm trying to think what I should probably have like a waiting bay near the stations. I'm going to choose a place to put it. That's weird. Okay. So you may ask, what am I doing? I am making a shared piece of track in the middle. And just like that. I probably don't need to have this by trains. And also